Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us. For this special video showcase, we're going to be once again returning to the exclusive Marvel UK Transformers comic. We're up to issue 14 now, and for those of you that are unaware, the comic strips inside the UK and the American comics were very different, especially at the beginning. So these are all exclusives that were out at the time, and this is, as I say, issue 13. What we're going to do, we're going to have a quick look at the comic from cover to cover. I'll stop and point out anything that's interesting or, relevant at the time. And then what I'll do afterwards, I'll come back to the beginning and then I'll go over nice and slowly over the print. You might need to use the pause button, but then you might be able to then, of course, read the comics yourself. So hopefully you'll enjoy this, and let's get started. So here we go. Issue number 14, as I've said, these were 27p. They were in conjunction with Marvel at the time, and they were fortnightly, so the 23rd of March to the 5th of April 1985. There we go. So the storyline they're running at the moment is The Enemy Within. Brawn has been shocked, and he's gone bad. He's gone a bit mental. Now, one thing that if you've not seen these videos already, you might you might notice straight away that there's actually not too much Transformers in. They've got rid of the actual serious fact file and they've put Matt from Matt and the Cat in there. And there's a few other things there, pen pals and stuff. I don't know if any of you remember actually what pen pals is. For those of you who don't have a clue what pen pals is, it's what we used to do in the olden days when we used to write letters to each other. And that's what they are. So we've got another comic strip here called Chromobots. Now we've got some gallery greats. There you go. So some artwork sent in. And then this is the actual story. As I say, we're on the Enemy Within. We're on part 2. And you can probably tell already that the artwork is very different from the American comics. Again, I am just going to flick through this. I'm going to come back in a second and go over it in much more detail. But I am going to use this book here, purely because everything in this book is colour. And at the time in the UK, they were still doing half and half comics. So some of it was in colour and some of it was in black and white. So because we've got the opportunity to read the newer ones, we might as well. So yeah, this is still the story. We're going to come, as I say, back to it in a second. Doctor Who is now worldwide, actually, so that's quite good. So you probably will know this, but at the time it was just huge in the UK, and they were on the 100th issue of a comic already, so that shows how long that had been going. There's Machine Man, the other comic strip that they were running inside this Transformers comic. Like I said, lots of other things rather than Transformers, and there was a competition here, and the previous owner really wanted to win this, obviously. It's a glider. It's a, looks like perhaps it could be Thundercracker glider, but he wanted it and he sent off for it. And Robot Roundup is still here, talking about all the robots that had made the news or TV programmes at the time. We've got an Indiana Jones comic as well out in the UK. Get Along Gang, I actually do not remember them at all. And then of course you can subscribe, and it's saying at the old price. That's because it was 25p before. They put it at 2p from, I think it was issue 10. There's Matt and the Cat, and there's what's coming out in the next issue. Not too much in this one, as I say, with regards to the actual story, and we are still advertising Wave 1 of the Generation 1 continuity figures. Still the Autobot cars. We haven't seen anything else, really. Not yet, anyway. But here we go. I'm going to be quiet now. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll catch up with you at the end. there you go. So as you can see, the comics, the actual storyline was much smaller. They didn't have much actual reading material in them at all. I do find, and I think you'll agree, that the artwork is very much toy based. They look much more like the toys. Thankfully it's not as dark as the Iron Giant, but still interesting stories, and as I said, they were exclusive at the time. But there you go, issue 14. Hope you're still enjoying it. Let me know any suggestions of any other videos that you'd like me to do, and of course please take care.